HolyCrossHospital.ky. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Radio Cayman.
Your voice, your choice, your radio.
Radio Cayman's Information Hour. Produced by April Cummings, Carsley Fuller, Dion Anglin, Shanda Gallego. You see news happening. Contact our newsroom, 949-7799. Radio Cayman News, the ultimate in news and information.
From district to district, moving through the waters to Cayman Brac and Little Cayman. Your station, your voice. All things Cayman. One radio, many people. This is home.
Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands.
For the health of it, Radio Cayman's premier health show is brought to you by Healthcare Pharmacy, the Cayman Islands Civil Service Association, Holy Cross Hospital,
Cayman Fertility Center,
and EatingClean.com.
This is For the Health of It with Tara Bush.
For the health of it, Radio Cayman's premier health show is brought to you by Healthcare Pharmacy, the Cayman Islands Civil Service Association, Holy Cross Hospital,
Cayman Fertility Center,
and EatingClean.com.
This is For the Health of It with Tara Bush.
Hello and welcome to For the Health of It. In the studio with me this evening is Dr. Raymond Rohan from HSA, and we're going to be talking about kidney health in light of World Kidney Health tomorrow, Thursday.
Right. Yes, we have World Kidney Day. We're celebrating it tomorrow on Thursday. It's usually the second Thursday every March.
Okay. Right after these messages from our sponsors.
Did you know that becoming a member of the Cayman Islands Civil Service Association is a quick and easy process, and the benefits are immense? It's as simple as completing the enrollment form, which you can find on the website www.cicsa.ky, and return it to any member of the Management Council or Secretary Ms. Zita Bodden at the Registrar's Office on the first floor of the Government Administration Building. It's only $5 per month, which is automatically deducted from your salary. Yes, it's that easy. Remember, the Cayman Islands Civil Service Association membership is open to all civil servants, statutory authority employees, government company employees, and all retired civil servants. CICSA, promoting and protecting the welfare of our members.
Once upon a time, we ate from the land and sea. We may not have had much growing up, but we had healthy foods.
It's time to wake back up to natural eating. EatingClean.com is the island's premier 100% born Caymanian-owned cooked-to-order meal prepping service. Fresh, locally and responsibly sourced ingredients. No processed soy and GMO foods. From breakfast to lunches, meat to vegan, juices and smoothies. Experience tasty meals for as low as $9. Visit EatingClean.com to view their menu or place your order. Deliveries are free, including reusable plates and bags. Monthly and corporate specials are available. Visit eatingclean.com. That's clean with a K. EatingKlean.com. Or call 328-8655. Wake back up to quality foods with eatingclean.com.
Refilling and transferring your prescriptions have never been this easy. Simply go to healthcarepharmacy.ky and follow the easy directions from your desktop, mobile device, or tablet. All you need to do is pop into Healthcare Pharmacy in Grand Harbor to collect your prescription. They're open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday and 10 till 6 on Sundays and public holidays. No waiting in line, no wasting your lunch hour, no stress. Just easy online prescription refills and transfers from the pharmacy that has been caring about your health for 25 years. Call 947-8900 to speak to a pharmacist or go to healthcarepharmacy.ky and make life easy.
We believe that every life matters and we are all connected. One community, one people.
No matter where you live, Holy Cross Hospital of South Florida is breaking down the borders that should not exist in advanced healthcare.
At Holy Cross Hospital, we have opened our doors to the world, bringing you exceptional healthcare.
The multicultural staff features doctors and nurses providing top quality, compassionate healthcare while making patients feel at home.
Our Holy Cross International Services team provides guidance to patients and their families throughout their travel, accommodations, and recovery.
Quality medical care and advanced technology with sincere compassion and understanding. Your trusted health partner for life.
Learn more about Holy Cross Hospital. Email international@holy-cross.com or call 954-351-5906.
This is For the Health of It with Tara Bush.
Hello, Dr. Rohan.
Hello.
So, what do you do at HSA?
Well, I'm an internist, so I'm the doctor that looks after adult diseases, prevention, and maintenance of health in adults.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Thursday, the 12th of March, is World Kidney Health Day.
World Kidney Day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, not Health Day. World. So, what do you want the public to know about what HSA is doing tomorrow to commemorate?
Right. I'm really glad that HSA took on this event. You know, I feel that we're part of a bigger effort to raise awareness about kidney disease, the problems we're facing, its global impact, the problems we're having with access to advanced or specialized care. So I'm glad that now we're able to spend a day to discuss that, bring awareness to patients, facilitate learning for primary care physicians, you know, recognizing chronic kidney disease, when to refer to a specialist, you know, those kind of things. So I'm really glad that we're making that effort.
So what's HSA doing tomorrow?
So tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., we're inviting all the members of the public to come in to have some health screenings done, blood tests for glucose levels, blood pressure, blood cholesterol, as well as urine protein. So we're screening them for kidney disease itself, looking at the most common things that will lead to kidney disease, trying to pick them up early, you know, so.
What are some of the common things?
Oh, that is like so easy. The most common cause of kidney disease worldwide is diabetes. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
The second one is hypertension. So, and those things are if you say diabetes, you're thinking, okay, I have a problem with insulin, maybe I have too much sugar issue, but that is easily correctable with diet. So that is something we should be able to easily have a handle on. But unfortunately, because of poor dietary choices, our lifestyles, we sometimes we don't take care of ourselves. We don't control things as we should, and complications occur. And because kidney disease is so silent, you know, it's not like you're going to wake up one day and feel a pain somewhere and you go to the hospital and say, oh, my kidneys are whatever. It's very silent. You know, by the time you feel vaguely ill or tired or you're not sleeping enough, you go to the doctor, you realize that, you know, this is what's been happening for some time. So, I mean, awareness is something we need to pick it up early and prevent.
So you bring up some good points. What are, other than diabetes, and what are some risks with your kidneys?
What are some what?
Risk.
Yeah, other than diabetes. Okay. Well, hypertension is another one.
Right.
If you have a family history of hypertension or diabetes or kidney issues, that's another risk as well. The older you get, that's the other thing too. Yeah, the more at risk you are for developing kidney problems, and of course, black race. It's like it follows us everywhere we go. Yeah.
Is that because of the diabetes and the hypertension?
Absolutely. So those are more prevalent in the black race, and therefore the complications follow. Yeah.
And is there anything that people can do? You mentioned it earlier about to have kidney health. Are there some things that we can start doing from our youth?
Oh yeah.
Or your parents can start teaching their children?
Right. That is a good question. That's a really good question, because I always said that we need to start always at the grassroots level. So even in primary school, you know, you start teaching the kids what a good plate looks like, what a healthy plate looks like, what should I be eating, how much protein, how much vegetables, and how much starch. So from that level, they know how to eat healthy, choose wisely, as opposed to eating, processed, snacky stuff for lunch. Have a proper meal, eat on time, and eat regularly, and eat proper food, like things from the ground. Like, remember what they used to say?
Ground food.
Provision, ground food, and, those kind of things. Maintain a good diet and exercise. So adequate water.
How much water is enough water?
Well, for our country, right? So usually you'd read 8 cups a day, right? But I mean, we can actually go weight based, and some, I think it's like I can't remember exactly, but it works out to more than the 8 cups because one, we're sweating, we're hotter, so But if you're thirsty, drink water. I usually say just listen to your body. If you're thirsty, drink water. But just don't overdo it because it can also dilute the good stuff that we have, like sodium and your potassium.
So what with coming back to diet, you didn't go anywhere else other than diet. Why is diet important to your kid?
It's so important, yeah. Well, first of all, it maintains. Well, you prevent things like the diabetes that we're talking about, right? That's one thing. But also, a diet that doesn't contain alcohol, because alcohol can be very toxic to the basic units of the kidney itself, so that can cause a problem. Let's see now, too much protein, that's another thing as well that's toxic to the kidney. So I'm just trying to bring across the point that a well-balanced diet is what you would need to maintain good health overall. A lot of people always talk about heart, let's say cardiovascular health, heart this, heart that. We know a lot about the hearts, right? Heart smart diets, what to do to lower your blood pressure, prevent heart attack. It's the same thing, right? It's the same type of diet that you need to maintain a good heart health, to maintain good kidney health. I just can't say that enough, Right now, our diets are too heavily laden with the starches, rice, pasta, potato, French fries, that sort of thing. And that's what breaks down to the sugar, and that's what leads to the problem, right? So we're not just talking about the sugar that you put in your tea, like decrease that sugar. We're also talking about the starch, carbs. That's the real problem.
That breaks down into sugar immediately, bunks your insulin
up and causes that inflammatory reaction, that fat trapping, so get weight gain, you get unsteady sugars, right? So that's a serious problem with us.
So when do you know your kidneys are, functioning well?
Well, symptomatically, it has to reach a certain stage for you to really start to feel anything. Let's say there are 5 stages of kidney disease, stage 1 through 5. After 5, we normally say that patient is when they need dialysis, after stage 5. So at about 3, which is the most common one, you start to feel vague things like tired, you're not eating as much, maybe you're sleeping more or sleeping less. So very vague things that you can probably blame your life stresses on, so nobody's really going to say, it's my kidney. So it's very vague. But the other thing is that there are certain signs that you can look out for. For example, you might be swelling up or retaining too much water. Patients are passing too much or too little urine, or the urine starts to look very frothy or like clouds are in it. So that's a sign that you're passing or protein is leaking into the urine.
Ew.
So you can look at that, right? So there's some things that you can pick up, or you start to feel toxic, generally unwell,
Like, explain.
So the kidneys usually filter out waste, remove drug and toxins from your blood. When they're failing, those toxins build up in your system. So when you start to feel toxic, it means that you're very tired and very lethargic, very nauseous, and so forth. Yeah, so you start to feel very off. But you just don't know, can't put a finger on it, that type of thing.
When should they come and see a GP and then?
Well, I mean,
for that kind of thing.
For that, once you start to feel anything, I think you should see somebody.
Yeah.
You don't wait for when it's, a problem.
But you go to a doctor and you go, I just feel a little tired. Maybe I did this. At what point or I'm peeing too much, or at what point do you come and see a GP? Because you don't want to be considered to be
a hypochondriac.
Yes.
No, but I mean, you have routine testing, right? For
Right.
example, you want to maintain good health, so you have your routine checks or health checks, as I would call them, like every 6 months or every year. If you're a healthy person, meaning that you don't have hypertension, you don't have diabetes, but you just want to, healthy doctor checks, I think that's how you used to call them, or health checks, every 6 months to a year. You make sure you go in, you have your blood pressure done, your blood sugars, and your lab tests. This is where we screen for things like that, right? We look at the your cholesterol level, your sugar level, your A1C, which is very important, your blood count, your minerals, calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, sodium, potassium. We look at those things, and then we do a urine test. Urine test now will help us with, if you're having blood in there, if you're having protein in there. So you can be able to see microscopic changes that you can't see, but at least we'll be able to pick up something. So there are routine checks that everybody should be having anyway, apart from when you're not feeling well. Okay.
You're listening to For the Health of It. I'm interviewing Dr. Rohan from HSA. If you have any questions, it's 1-800-534-8255. And we're talking about your kidneys. So we live in the Caribbean. We have this beautiful little nut that we love to crack and drink the water.
Oh, cocoa nuts?
So I've heard, it's good for this, it's good for that, but when it comes to you're in,
I mean, it's pure, it's awesome water. If you're a healthy person, it's great. It's great for hydration. It replenishes your electrolytes wonderfully. But if you're talking to a patient who has diabetes complicated by kidney disease, then that's where problems start to arise. Because of the renal dysfunction, the low functioning of the kidneys, they're going to retain potassium. And they may or may not be on medications that further cause them to retain potassium, especially lisinopril or losartan, spironolactone, if they have diabetes plus hypertension and heart disease.
Hold on. You got to dumb that down for me.
Okay. Which part? I don't know. Where?
The something.
Oh, well, those are real common drugs. Those who take them will know them. Trust me.
Okay.
You healthy person don't know these things. All right.
Okay.
But, so lisinopril is a common ACE inhibitor. Is very important in the life of a diabetic who has hypertension and kidney disease. So it's one of the best drugs out there. But as a side effect, it causes you to retain your potassium. So things like coconut milk, coconut water, coconuts, they contain a lot, even bananas, they contain a lot of potassium. And so that is something that we need to watch, because when your potassium levels rise, it affects your muscle contraction, heart contractility as well, tingling, nerve function. So it's very important that number, your potassium level, remains within normal limits. So if you are diabetic and if you have this issue, then your diet is very, very important. So which is why we have nephrology or kidney clinics, right, at the HSA, because if you have kidney disease, you're seeing the kidney doctor. And one of the things they go through is your diet, what you're allowed and what to avoid. And some of the patients who have kidney disease will tell you that they're not allowed to eat things like coconut, bananas, or even nuts, some nuts, because they contain too much either potassium or too much phosphorus, because those things can build up.
So say I'm a 70-year-old man or woman. Apparently, correct me if I'm wrong, our kidney functions, once we get in our 50s, 60s, we lose about 70% of our function, somewhere around there.
That much? No, God wouldn't be so wicked.
Good, thank you, Jesus.
No, he wouldn't be so bad.
So
absolutely.
How much kidney function?
You lose, it's like, I can't, don't quote me on this, but it's like 3 to 5 mils per minute per year. So it's a very small amount.
Okay,
right?
Okay, good.
So what we're saying is that as you get older, yes, your function decreases, but certainly not by 70%.
And you can still eat, at that point, you can still drink your coconut water. It's only when you're at like an end stage or seeing
Right. So if you're a healthy 70-year-old,
Yeah.
right? So meaning that you do not have hypertension, you don't have diabetes or whatever, then yes, you can go ahead and enjoy those things because you're healthy, right? Your kidneys are working appropriately, properly for your age, right? And you just need to, I mean, I believe everything is in moderation, honestly.
But true.
You know? So you can't overdo one thing, but it's
Now,
okay.
what about metformin and the kidneys? Because
What about it?
every diabetic is out there going, ask the question, ask
About
the question.
metformin and the kidneys?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, really.
Oh, that's interesting because I mean, in the medicine world, it's something that's kind of controversial as well. We know that metformin has a very rare side effect. It causes increased lactic acid, right? It can cause that. Now, diabetics who have kidney diseases are prone to acidosis, increased levels of acid in their system. So if they are at an advanced kidney stage, you wouldn't want to start them on metformin, right? But if you were on metformin from before, and then you just gradually developed your kidney disease and it just worsened over time, there's no need to stop the metformin. But your doctor can either opt to reduce the dose or remove it when you pass stage 3. Because the side effect is rare, right? But it's in the papers and people are talking about it. They're quite aware, right? And also it's important for patients who, for example, let's say you are going to have a study done, like an MRI or a CT that needs contrast material. So if you're a diabetic and you have CKD and you're on metformin, you must let the radiographers know because we need to stop that drug because it, with the contrast, can worsen kidney function. So that's another thing with metformin. I forgot.
Is there a food that's like, your kidneys when it gets it just smiles, like goes into hallelujah land?
I wonder what that is. Maybe water.
Water. And there's so many people that don't drink enough water. I don't get it. I love water.
Yeah, people I've heard, excuses like water tastes boring and I'm tired of drinking water, things like that. But then when you have things like Coke and Pepsi, I guess those tantalize your taste buds much better. I don't know, but that's,
I'm not crazy about sodas.
I don't know. And it's a generational thing as well.
Conversely, is there a food that your kidney goes,
Yeah.
No, like
in terms of food
or drink,
or for sure sodas. If you consistently take in sodas, you will, just like as your kidney function decreases as you get older, that's what will happen. You lose about 2 to 3 mils per liters per year in terms of function, right? That's been studied and we know it. All the phosphoric acid that's in the soda, it's just detrimental to your kidneys. Alcohol, detrimental. Certain antibiotics as well, detrimental to the kidney. So, and that's another thing I want to make sure is that if you have kidney disease and you have to take some antibiotics, always make sure that the amount is appropriate for your kidney function. The worse your kidney function is, the less antibiotics you have to take in terms of amount. So there's a thing where sometimes the patients don't tell the doctor that they have the kidney disease, right? So they write probably the normal prescription for an antibiotic, let's say Augmentin. It's very common, 1 tablet twice a day or whatever. But you always have to remember, this patient's kidney is not working, so therefore it's going to stay in their system longer than somebody else, because most of the drugs that you take in, the kidney it goes through the kidney, it breaks it, so if your kidney is not working, the levels of the drug stay in your system longer. So you can become toxic if you take the same regular dose that you and I would take. So that's another important point I want to make.
So your kidneys are a filtering system.
Yeah.
That does what?
They filter out the bad and keep the good.
Is it a blood thing or is it a...
So it's right. So about 180 liters are pumped through all day. And out of that, they filter out like 2 liters of waste, and that's made in the urine.
Right.
So drugs, all the metabolic waste products from your, like getting up, walking, whatever your muscles, waste products from your muscles, those are extruded. but it keeps the good stuff like your proteins. So that's why one of the major things we check for is protein in the urine. You should never have protein in the urine. But if the kidneys are not working, it kind of allows some to pass through or leak out because it's not working so well. So that sieve is not keeping what it's supposed to. So it's like everything is just passing through. So that's why we always check the urine for protein.
Okay.
That's very important for diabetics especially.
What else would you like our audience to know about the kidneys?
Well, I think that it's not something that is so terrible that we need to be afraid of it. Like, you have some diabetics who either don't acknowledge that they have diabetes and like kind of just put it at the back of their head because they don't want to know and just allow it to run its course, you know. But I kind of want to tell them that it's not that bad. If you control the risk factors, you don't necessarily have to get kidney disease, you know. And then some people are saying, well, I think, like, for example, diabetes, is it curable?
I think so.
You think so? I mean, I think so too. It's something that you can absolutely, you know, in the books when I was studying medicine, of course, they were saying, you know, once you're diabetic, you're diabetic forever. But nowadays we're realizing that there are patients who are diabetic, but if they control what they eat, they can actually come off of some of the medications, especially insulin, decrease the amount of insulin that you're taking, and then come off slowly, gradually. But it's all to do with, one, the diet, right? And the timing of eating. Every time you put something in your mouth, there's an insulin surge. And that causes the whole inflammatory reaction with fat trapping and, you know, disorganized blood sugar levels. And if we just control the times and what we eat, we find that diabetics are much better controlled. Their A1C comes down. The A1C is what we normally check for in terms of blood test. It tells us how we control you over the past 3 months. So their A1C comes down nicely. But it's just a matter of, you know, taking the bull by the horn and doing what you have to do.
Yeah, I think I don't know if it's a Cayman thing or a world thing, because I'm not, you know, my scope is more centered in the Cayman Islands, but I think people here do not believe they're responsible for their health. They hand it over to a doctor.
Well, that's, yeah. I think you are the biggest advocate for your health. I mean, honestly and truly, when you see the patients who are diabetics and have to go for dialysis 3-4 times a week, 4 hours each time, my heart breaks, you know, because that's a lot of gainful years lost, right?
Hold on. I need, because we're going to end the program. I'm so sorry. Could you just reiterate what's happening tomorrow at HSA?
Oh, tomorrow, World Kidney Day. So we're celebrating it by increasing the awareness of kidney disease and having screening tests done, checking people's blood and urine for cholesterol, sugar levels, urine for protein levels, and your blood pressure. We're doing that from 8 a.m. until 1 p.m.
Wow. And this is in the
atrium, just outside of the pharmacy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rohan, for being here and talking, educating us about the kidneys. And I welcome you to come back on Radio Cayman with me anytime you want.
Okay. No problem.
We are moving you to the life you want.
Oh, 30 minutes really
Once
came
upon a
quickly.
time, we ate from the land and sea. We may not have had much growing up, but we had healthy foods. It's time to wake back up to natural eating. EatingClean.com is the island's premier 100% born Caymanian-owned cooked-to-order meal prepping service. Fresh, locally and responsibly sourced ingredients. No processed soy and GMO foods. From breakfast to lunches, meat to vegan, juices and smoothies. Experience tasty meals for as low as $9. Visit EatingClean.com to view their menu or place your order. Deliveries are free, including reusable plates and bags. Monthly and corporate specials are available. Visit EatingClean.com. That's clean with a K. EatingKlean.com. Or call 328-8655. Wake back up to quality foods with EatingClean.com.
Refilling and transferring your prescriptions have never been this easy. Simply go to healthcarepharmacy.ky and follow the easy directions from your desktop, mobile device, or tablet. All you need to do is pop into Healthcare Pharmacy in Grand Harbor to collect your prescription. They're open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday and 10 till 6 on Sundays and public holidays. No waiting in line, no wasting your lunch hour, no stress. Just easy online prescription refills and transfers from the pharmacy that has been caring about your health for 25 years. Call 947-8900 to speak to a pharmacist or go to healthcarepharmacy.ky and make life easy.
We believe that every life matters, and we are all connected. One community, one people.
No matter where you live, Holy Cross Hospital of South Florida is breaking down the borders that should not exist in advanced healthcare.
At Holy Cross Hospital, we have opened our doors to the world, bringing you exceptional health care.
The multicultural staff features doctors and nurses providing top quality, compassionate health care while making patients feel at home.
Our Holy Cross International Services team provides guidance to patients and their families throughout their travel, accommodations, and recovery.
Quality medical care and advanced technology with sincere compassion and understanding. Your trusted health partner for life.
Learn more about Holy Cross Hospital. Email international@holy-cross.com or call 954-351-5906.
For the health of it, Radio Cayman's premier health show is brought to you by Healthcare Pharmacy, the Cayman Islands Civil Service Association, Holy Cross Hospital,
Cayman Fertility Center,
and EatingClean.com.
This is For the Health of It with Tara Bush.